How's it going, Databyte? Says No Date here. Welcome back to another episode on Roblox Assassin. It has been a very long time since we made a top 10. It has been, wait, what, really? 4 months? Dang, that's a long time. Do you guys even remember that I made top 10s? But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a very, very long time since I've done any top 10s. And in fact, the one from 4 months ago was just an update of a previous top 10. I don't think I made like a unique top 10 in a long time. But yeah, we are doing one right now. And right off the bat, we are starting big. This is going to be a huge top 10 that I should have done a very, very long time ago. This will be the top 10 Roblox Assassin knives of all time. Now, yes, I've made top 10 exotics and top 10 mythics, but, you know, that's kind of limited to just 2 different tiers, alright? So we're going to branch out. We're going to talk about every single knife. So before we do this top 10, let's lay down some ground rules, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to put every single assassin knife into consideration, alright? If it is a knife that a person can use in assassin, then it is considered for this list. It could be any tier, it could be dream, it's a common, stuff like that. It could be completely untradeable like dark crystal. It can even be developer exclusive like banhammer. Anything can be on this list as long as it's an assassin knife. Pets are not allowed on this list, although I feel like if I did allow it, I probably wouldn't pick any pets anyway. Sorry, Craig. And just so you guys know, this is only completely my opinion, and it's pretty much based on looks. This is not going to be based on value or anything. I'm not going to say the top 10 most valuable knives. If you want to know what your knife is worth, or what any knives are worth in terms of value, all you need to do is check the value list. The link is in the description of every video. This is just going to be what the best knives are for me in terms of looks and stuff like that. So if you don't agree with me, then, oh well. You're probably not going to agree with me because there are so many knives in Assassin. You have a very small chance of agreeing with me entirely. And yeah, let me know what your favorite Assassin knives are. And while you're doing that, be sure to drop a like on this video. It helps out a whole lot. Also guys, we're doing a Corrupted Axe giveaway. So if you guys want the chance to get a free Corrupted Axe, then be sure to subscribe to the channel and then click the eye in the top right corner and do what that video says so you can enter the giveaway. And without further ado, we are going to start this list. And at number 10, we have purple. This is just a common knife from the standard case. Now, obviously, purple is my favorite color, but if I'm going to be honest, the purple knife is just kind of generic. Like, alright, it's a purple knife. It's the basic knife, but it's purple. It's really not that stunning in terms of looks or anything, but the reason that is on this list is just because of the legacy that this knife has. I have taken the liberty to collect as many purple knives as I can and just keep as many purple knives as possible. And, you know, it's built up over the months, and at the moment, I currently have over 800 purples in my inventory. That is right, over 800 purples. So yeah, just the journey of getting all those purples, that is enough to get on this list. Now, one of my most biggest pet peeves when I play Assassin is when people say that I'm only rich in Assassin because I got the knives from fans. And yes, I do get some donations sometimes on Assassin, but to say that my entire inventory is from fans, that is absolutely incorrect. I have worked so hard for most of my inventory. But for the purple knives, you got me there. I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. Most of my purple knives are from fans over the months. I'd say like the first 200 purples or so was really me trying to trade. But over time, I've kind of just got more and more lazy when it comes to collecting purples. And you know, getting purples is kind of at the back burner at this point. I know another YouTuber, It's Me Josh, already has like 1,000 vampires. He has clearly put in a lot more effort. If I put in like all that effort to get enough purples, I would definitely have 1,000 by now, but you know, it's kind of just something that I haven't really been around to getting to. So I'd say most of the purples are from you guys. So if you've ever given me a purple at any point, I definitely thank you guys. We are definitely getting much closer to the goal of 1,000 purples, so I definitely appreciate that you guys are contributing one step at a time. So yeah, you guys are awesome. Even if it is just a simple common, you know, it just piles up so quickly, and we have like nearly 900 purples at this point. It's incredible. Thank you guys so much. For number 9, we have the Champion Blade. Now, this is a mythic, and it was the top 10 prize for the first 5 competitive seasons This is currently the second rarest knife in the game. There's only 50 in existence. And first of all, just the fact that how rare it is, that just makes it amazing for me. Like, imagine having a knife, you know, thousands upon thousands, millions of players play Assassin. Imagine having a knife that only 50 people have. Imagine having a knife that there's only like 50 of out of millions of players. And heck, I got it the first season. So imagine like after the first season, there's only like 10 champion blades. Imagine having a knife that only 10 people have. That is incredible. And Champion Blade by itself is pretty much just an upgraded version of Elegant Blade. And Elegant Blade is currently the best exotic in the entire game. It is 75 exotics value, and it is just a nice, white, elegant sword. And Champion Blade is basically the same thing, a nice, white, elegant sword, but it has just a little bit of purple. Like, it has the purple gem there, and it has a little bit of a purple glow, and that makes all the difference. Just that purple glow makes it look better, first of all, and it just indicates that this is one of the most rarest knives in the game. Like, you have an Elegant Blade. Yeah, it's really cool, but once you get that purple gem and it becomes a Champion Blade, it is just one of the best knives in the game. At the number 8 spot is Krampus. Now, this is one of the 4 sabers in existence, and this knife was obtainable during the Christmas 2016 event, which is actually when I started playing Assassin. So in order to get this, you would unbox Holiday Saber, which Holiday Saber is also a really cool exotic. Very bright, very colorful. You can just see the Christmas in it and the bells and stuff on it. And then you take Holiday Saber and coal and you craft the Krampus. And Krampus is pretty much Holiday Saber, but darker. It's a dark, edgy version of Holiday Saber. And it is super cool to have this knife. Like, usually Christmas is associated with bright, vibrant colors and happiness. But then you have the Krampus Christmas knife, and it is just dark and sinister and edgy. And it's really not something you would expect from a Christmas event. And yeah, this is hands down the best saber in the game in terms of looks. You know, Spring Saber and Autumn Saber, they look pretty cool, but Krampus is way better. A lot of people might argue that Holiday Saber is better, but nah, I'm gonna go for the edgy version of Holiday Saber. For number 7, we have Electro Saw. This was one of the exotics in the Beta Assassin. I don't know if you could say that, the Beta Assassin. But there was a time long ago where you could unbox some certain unobtainable tier 2 exotics like Bat Scythe, Flame Mace, Dragon Breath, and one of them was Electro Saw. And out of all of them, Electro Saw is hands down my favorite. And I've said this on some top 10s before, I feel like Electro Saw is a very underrated knife. I feel like a lot of people, like, yeah, it's a tier 2, but a lot of people kind of just brush it off. Usually stuff like Bat Scythe and Flame Mace, a lot of people want that, but Electro Saw, that is something I really like. I mean, think about it. It's an electric chainsaw. Imagine just throwing a chainsaw at someone. It is so cool. Just the thought of that is super cool. You can stab people with the chainsaw. It is so much fun. At number 6, we have Hearth. This is the limited time mythic from the Christmas 2018 event. This was a craftable mythic that you would get by crafting Super Freeze, Ultraviolet, and Anguish together. You were able to craft this mythic. And this is just another one of those things where Christmas is just associated with bright, vibrant, colorful happiness. And Hearth is kind of just the opposite of that, and that makes it super cool. Pretty much every other Christmas knife in this event had a little bit of happy colorfulness. And I guess Hearth is also pretty colorful, but it just looks really cool. Like, it's kind of just a dark red knife with an orange effect, like an orange glow effect. And it is really nice. The design of the knife itself is also super cool. It looks really sharp and pointy. You can kind of see parts of the handle like tangle a bit, sort of like Spider. And yeah, it is definitely the best knife from the Christmas 2018 event. At number 5, we have the Wind Elemental. Now, this is one of the 3 mythics that you can unbox in the Elite case. It is a 2% chance. And I mainly just love the color of this knife. It is just a pure golden knife that you can kill people with. And yeah, Gilded is also a pure gold knife, but it's not exactly the same. It just doesn't look as cool. but you have Wind Elemental. It has a cool design, has a little bit of a wind design on it. It is a super large sword like all the elementals, and it is just a nice bright gold, and you can just kill people with it. If you bought VIP a long time ago and you have the Midas touch effect that turns people gold, this is super fitting. And yeah, you can use this to craft all the other elementals in the game. So why wouldn't you be happy when you unbox this thing? Like, people freak out when they unbox a wind elemental. It's incredible. At number 4, we have the Champion Axe. Now, this was the top 10 prize for the last 4 competitive seasons that we've had. Not counting Banhammer, this is currently the rarest knife in the entire game. There's only 40 of them. Champion Blade, there's 50 of them, but with Champion Axe, there's currently only 40. Now again, imagine having a knife that only 40 people have. That makes you feel good. Just saying, that makes you feel amazing. It is also a dream, which is really cool. I feel like it's really fitting that a dream knife is the rarest in the game. And it just looks super cool. It's a bright red and black axe. It's got a cool effect with it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And when you take out this axe and start killing people with it in Assassin, everyone knows that you're a pro. At number 3, we have Rose. This is one of the legendaries that you can unbox in case 7. And you're probably wondering, no data, you just talked about a bunch of exotics and mythics and dreams. Why is this random legendary so high up on the list? And the reason for that is actually pretty interesting. Now, for a very, very long time, me and the Purple Nation have always wanted a no data knife in Assassin. A no data knife in Assassin would just be amazing. Also, if you're watching this in the future and there is a no data knife, that is number 1. Alright, just gonna put that there. If there is a no data knife, it is number 1. Screw the number 1 knife that's currently on this list. No data knife, best knife. But alas, the no data knife currently does not exist, so it cannot be on this list. However, one of the developers in Assassin, I don't have a use, and he's actually the guy who created all of the knives in case 7. He has actually confirmed that he has made Rose because a lot of people have been wanting a no data knife. Now, you guys probably know how when I use Rose, it completely like blends in with my body and looks almost perfect. That's actually intentional. Again, a lot of people wanted a no data knife, so what the developer did is he actually made a knife that is pretty much exactly my color. Now, obviously, this is still not a no data knife. This is still a normal legendary, but you know what? It's the thought that counts. Rose is on this list because this is probably going to be the closest to a no data knife that we're probably ever going to get, considering Prisman has not made a YouTuber knife in the past 2 years. So, you know, Rose is the next best thing. I'll take what I can get. And the fact that the Purple Nation has that much influence to make this knife exist, that is just amazing for me. I'm already collecting purple, so I don't think I'm really going to go out of my way to collect Rose. But I don't think I'm going to craft these away into an exotic either. These mean too much to me. At number 2, we have the Banhammer. This is the developer exclusive mythic knife. Now, this is technically the rarest knife in the game. I don't know if you can really count it because it's developer exclusive, but there's like 8 of them. 9, there's less than 10, I know that much. It is nearly impossible to get. You have to be an admin to actually get this. So if you even see someone with this Banhammer, consider yourself extremely lucky. I remember the first time I saw Prisman's Banhammer, I was shaking in my boots, alright? Like, when I started playing Assassin, Banhammer was pretty much just a rare myth, you know? Not a lot of people had it. There wasn't really any gameplay on YouTube or anything like that. So nobody really saw it. We never really knew exactly what it was. We just had some pictures of it and maybe a couple seconds of gameplay from somebody recording an admin in their server. Nowadays, it's not quite like that. First of all, there were loads of Assassin copies where you can just unbox the Banhammer and try it out for yourself. And also, there's just a bunch of YouTube videos showing Banhammer gameplay. So it's not really that special anymore in terms of rarity. But regardless, it is still one of the coolest knives in the game. This knife is huge. It is huge in people's hands. And just seeing anybody destroy people with this giant Banhammer, it is insane. It is honestly insane. Now, before I talk about number 1, I just want to do some honorable mentions because believe me, There are so many knives in Assassin. It was extremely hard to narrow it down to just 10. So I'm just going to do some quick honorable mentions. I'm not going to talk about them too much. Alright, these are just some knives that didn't make the cut. I'm going to talk about them in like one sentence. I've really grown to love Spectrum. I don't know what it is, but it just looks perfect on my avatar. Smudge is a super cool legendary. I just love the ink effect. It is awesome. Candy cane was the first ever knife that I have ever received in Roblox Assassin, and I haven't gotten rid of it since. I never crafted it away or anything. So just to have that one knife that has been with you since the very beginning of your journey, like, that's really meaningful to me. So Candy cane, you are awesome. Loading is so cool. I love how it's like an unfinished knife. I wonder if it will ever finish loading. You are murdering people with a candy cane. Literal food. Enough said. Ultraviolet is such a cool exotic. I like the bright purple effect. Very good addition to Christmas 2018. Hearth is one of my most favorite mythics in the entire game. It's just a cool purple sword, and it has an effect. It's awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, at number 1, we have the Fang. This is a mythic that you can craft with Spider and 2 Doombringers. I always wanted this knife in Assassin. Like, when I saw it in Murder Mystery 2, I was like, man, I wish this was in Assassin. So when this got added in the summer update, I was honestly extremely happy. Like, I couldn't believe that this knife actually got in the game. In my opinion, this knife just looks so cool. I like how it's kind of like split between the middle. I just love the bright red color of the Fang. And even just the name is super cool. Like, imagine wielding a knife that is called the Fang. That is epic. And from the moment I saw this knife in the game, it was my favorite knife in Roblox Assassin. And that's pretty much going to be it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty big top 10, I gotta say. If this video reaches 500 likes, I will make the top 10 worst knives in Roblox Assassin. So be sure to like this video so that we can get that top 10 out. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Assassin. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and those are the things that YouTube people do. And I will see you guys in the next video. Stay purple.